Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. And of course, with it being Tuesday, you know what time it is. It's time for my top five toughest teams through week 17 with the playoffs looming closer and the playoff spots getting filled in. It is time to see who the top five toughest teams is through week 17. Now, my number five toughest team, let's get right into it. The number five toughest team in the NFL would be my Buffalo Bills. The Bills just beat the New England Patriots, but of course, mistakes were made by Josh Allen and drop passes. So as the playoffs get closer, the Bills are going to have to get their offense under control as they looked a little rough against the New England Patriots, but I think they will be fine going in to take on the Miami Dolphins. But my number five toughest team will be my Buffalo Bills. My number four toughest team will be the Detroit Lions. Even though they got beat by the Dallas Cowboys, only reason they got beat was because a horrible decision by the ref. He claims that he did not see number 68 check in. I think anybody that watched that game knows that's a BS call. Detroit should have won that game. Now, again, they could have kicked the extra point to go into overtime, but technically the Lions should have won that game, but the refs had something else to say about that. I think Jared Goff and the Lions will be okay as they win, as they are now the NFC North champions. Number four toughest team will be the Detroit Lions. Number three toughest team, yes, you might have to ask me again. Yes, this is who I'm about to say. I have the number three toughest team as the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, Joe Flacco, he is really rocking with the Cleveland Browns. And the Cleveland Browns, their defense might be one of the best defenses in the NFL. The Browns I think is the scariest team entering the playoffs as they already clinched. Watch out for the Browns, especially if they have to play the Baltimore Ravens, because I could really see the Cleveland Browns beating the Baltimore Ravens in the playoffs. The Cleveland Browns will not be an easy win, as the Browns are my number three toughest team through week 17. My number two toughest team through week 17 is the San Francisco 49ers. You have to have them in the top five with Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy. Yes, I know 2 weeks ago the 49ers got thumped by the Baltimore Ravens, but I think they'll be okay. I think they are definitely the toughest team out of the NFC right now. A lot of talent with the San Francisco 49ers, and that defense is ridiculous. The San Francisco 49ers, number two toughest team through week 17. In my top team, my number one toughest team through week 17 will have to be the Baltimore Ravens as they manhandled the Miami Dolphins. But again, Miami Dolphins struggle under pressure. But the way Lamar Jackson and that offense and that defense is playing, no choice but to put the Baltimore Ravens as the number one toughest team. But just like I said in this video here, watch out, Baltimore Ravens, if you have to play the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs, because Joe Flacco will not be scared of the Ravens, as he was a quarterback for the Ravens and won a Super Bowl for the Ravens. But the way teams are playing right now, I have no choice but to put the Ravens at the number one toughest team. Again, my top five: number five, Buffalo Bills; number four, the Detroit Lions; number three, the Cleveland Browns; number two, the San Francisco 49ers; and number one, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, teams that people are probably confused about is, I guarantee I'll have a lot of people ask, what about the Cowboys? The Cowboys are great at home. The Cowboys should have lost to the Detroit Lions. The Cowboys have 5 losses, but the problem with the Cowboys is they cannot win on the road. They have a problem winning on the road, and unfortunately the Cowboys will have to go on the road this season in the playoffs. So Cowboys, that's where they're going to bump heads. Then people are going to say the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, definitely the best quarterback in the NFL. Andy Reid, definitely the best coach in the NFL. But the problem is the Kansas City Chiefs, they are not the same, and they have a lot of issues with the receivers there in Kansas City. That's why Kansas City did not make the top 5. Then the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, people might ask about the Dolphins. Dolphins, very fast offense, very fast-paced offense with Tyreek Hill, but the problem is Tua is banged up, and of course Bradley Chubb is out, which that is going to be a big loss for the Miami Dolphins. He tore an ACL. He is out for the season. I hope he recovers well. Jalen Waddle and Mostert is also banged up as well, so a lot of injuries with the Dolphins, and the Dolphins crumble under pressure, and I think we'll all see that coming up when Buffalo plays Miami in that AFC East championship games. That's why the Dolphins did not make the top 5. Everyone have a great day. One more time. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Number 4, the Detroit Lions. Number 3, the Cleveland Browns. Number 2, the San Francisco 49ers. And number 1, toughest team through week 17 is the Baltimore Ravens. I will see everybody this weekend for week 18 NFL football. And then Monday, we have that college football playoff game where we have the Washington Huskies versus the Michigan Wolverines. What a game that will be. And then throughout the week, I will be doing NBA and college football. College basketball, I apologize. And then after all the seasons are over, we will get into MLB. But that is a later time. Everyone have a great Tuesday. I will see everybody tomorrow for some more sports talk. And watch out for my live today. Everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful day.